that goes. I can help with this. Yeah, I'm totally fine staying out of the way otherwise.
And I know this doesn't matter.
I love it.
Oh, it's festive. All right. Wear it in December. I was gonna wear a white shirt, but I was spending an hour ironing. I need to.
right, good morning, everyone. It is just after 11 a.m. and all the commissioners are present, so we will begin the agenda meeting for today, Thursday, December 11th. I would ask those who are participating on the call to please mute your phone unless you need to speak. Today we have 3 new orders, 2 discussion items, but first we do have minutes to approve, both regular and closed minutes from the December 3rd, 2025 agenda. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, those minutes are approved. The first tariff and new order today is in file number EA-2024-0302. In the matter of the application of Ameren Transmission Company of Illinois for a CCN relating to transmission investments in Northwest and Northeast Missouri. On January 16th of last year, Ameren Transmission, also ATXI, filed an application with the Commission requesting a CCN to construct, install, own, operate, maintain, and otherwise control 44 miles of 345 kV transmission line. These 44 miles of line are Phase 1 of Missouri's portion of MISO's Long-Range Transmission Planning Tranche 1 portfolio. The Commission previously granted, in an order issued on July 16th, a CCN for Phase 2 after all parties in that case were in an agreement that the CCN should be granted. The Commission held 2 public hearings in December of 2024 and held an additional public hearing in January of this year to allow any landowners who had not initially received notice of the intended route to participate and to provide their testimony. The parties to this case filed a status report on March 7th that stated staff and ATXI had agreed upon conditions that parties did not object to, but that OPC had remaining concerns that some potentially impacted landowners had not been given notice initially and did not have sufficient time to intervene and participate. The Commission then reopened the intervention deadline from April 4th to April 18th and allowed 4 additional potentially impacted landowners to intervene and become parties in the case. On June 23rd, all parties filed a jointly proposed procedural schedule that stated that all parties were in agreement that the only contested or remaining issues in the case involved routing and siting issues affecting the properties of the intervening landowners. In the pre-filed testimony and at the hearing, the Commission heard testimony on alternatives to ATXI's selected route that potentially could lessen the impact to landowners. The Commission also heard testimony that some of the proposed alternatives were not technically feasible or would place the line on landowners who had not been notified. Generally speaking, the Commission encourages ATXI to work with landowners to create routes that impact landowners' parcels as minimally as possible and in accordance with the Commission's rules and orders. The Commission also does have rules that require impacted landowners to have received notice of an application that would impact their land. After reviewing the entirety of the evidence, the Commission agrees that at least 2 of the landowner modifications are possible and in the public interest. Both of these modifications move the line further away from residences, and the impact of moving the route is limited to landowners who had properly received notice. Thus, the order before us approves the CCN application subject to the agreed upon conditions and orders ATXI to make 2 route modifications as detailed in the order. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I support this order, and I thank the ATXI for working with the landowners to move this for everybody's benefit. So thank you, and I support the order.
Thank you. Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. Second tariff and new order today is in case EF-2022-0155. In the matter of the application of Evergy Missouri West for a financing order authorizing the financing of extraordinary storm costs through an issuance of securitized utility tariff bonds. On November 25th, Evergy filed a revised tariff sheet for the annual true-ups of its securitized utility tariff charge rider. That tariff sheet has an effective date of December 25th. Section 393-1702 requires Evergy to file a petition or letter applying a formula-based true-up mechanism at least annually. Staff made a filing that it had reviewed Evergy's work papers in the calculation of the charge and found no errors. Staff recommended the Commission allow the tariff sheet to go into effect. Thus, the order before us approves the tariff sheet to go into effect on December 25th. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. Last order today, file number EC-2025-0136, Sherry Meadows versus Grainbelt Express. On November 27th, Ms. Meadows timely filed an application for a rehearing. Section 386-501 states that the Commission shall grant an application for rehearing if, in our judgment, there is reason may be to appear. After reviewing the application for rehearing, the Commission does not find there is sufficient reason to rehear this matter, and the order before us denies that application. With that, I recommend we approve that order, version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order as well.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. Now we are on to discussion, publication lists for the first, second, and third quarters of 2025. Judge DePel.
Thank you, Chair Hahn and Commissioners. Before you is the publications list, the orders from the Commission that I'm recommending be published in the PSC reports. These are the orders from the first through third quarters of 2025. And I just, if there's no other changes, I circulated a second draft of the list. If there's no other changes, I would just ask for a vote to publish those documents.
Thanks, Judge DePel. Are there any questions on the second list that was circulated by the judge? No, go ahead.
No question, just a comment. There was a lot to choose from this year, and I just want to reiterate the entire Commission's thanks to staff for working through this volume in an efficient and very professional manner. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Any other questions or comments from the Commission? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the publication list, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that is approved. Next, we also have a sunshine request to be considered. Judge DePel.
Yes, this is a kind of standard records request for documents from a customer's informal complaint file. I contacted Ameren with regard to the information that was provided by the company, which is restricted from disclosure without an order of the Commission. The company had no problems with release of that information, so I'm asking the Commission to vote to release the documents from the complaint, the informal complaint file.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments from the Commission? Hearing none, all those in favor of releasing these records, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Records may be released. The last item of the day is scheduling, and it's unusually short. So next Wednesday, December 17th, we'll have agenda at 9 a.m. followed by a public meeting with both MISO and SPP here in the same room, beginning at 9:30. That is the schedule for the rest of the month. There will be no agenda on Christmas Eve and no agenda on New Year's Eve. So, I hope everyone has a great holiday. Are there any comments on the schedule or changes? There's really not a lot to. Okay. Any other business coming before the commission? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Madam Chair.